How hard would it be to try to change the sky color to pink when it's blue today? How difficult is it to try to change people when they show you who they are? When you try to change something that isn't in your control, you're often faced with a wall. I know in my last video I was talking about change and going through discomfort of change, but I think one thing that I never got to mention is that when you are changing, you'll find yourself in a different headspace than you used to be, or you're just not doing the same behaviors or habits that you used to involve yourself in, so things become different, they become new. But I never really got to discuss how sometimes you can change and grow internally and still be surrounded by the places, the behaviors, the people, the things that you really don't feel connected to as much as you used to. And you want to change these things that aren't in your control because it would be easier. It'd be easier to step into that new stepping stone in life, or that new change, or that new direction of pathway that you want to take, But that's the thing. Most times that's not the case. You can't change, your environment or the people or the things that you want to change. And then you kind of just suddenly start to realize why people decide not to break the cycle and to not really foster that change. It's because it's comforting. It's comforting. It feels like it feels like it's better to just accept things as they are now rather than pushing into the direction. It's almost like you're moving a rock to the top of the mountain and you're the only one behind that rock, and you suddenly start to realize why people decide to not break that cycle. It's because they are probably afraid of losing everything that they cherish right now. Everything's the same. Everything is so cookie cutter, how it's supposed to be. It's predictable. Everything's predictable. So why change it? Which is understandable, But it seems that they are still exchanging the discomfort of now for later. When they don't contribute to the change now, they will have to accept the life as is later, and that you're just going to have to accept. One of the things I have been battling for a year or so is fostering a change in my life where I see the world differently. I'm changing my behaviors and curating a change in my internal world. I'm constantly growing and altering the internal world that I foster for myself, but yet not being able to accept my environment, the people, and the things around me as is. But what if that's me trying to alter the reality of what is? I think sometimes it's very easy to get lost and confused, The reality is that not everyone is at the same chapter. Not everyone sees the world as you do, and it would be very pigeonholed to think that everybody does look at the world the same way that you do. Not everything's very black and white, and not everyone is willing or able or even have the resources to create that change or understand that they even need the change. I saw this quote about radical acceptance, which states, fully acknowledging reality mentally and emotionally without judgment. It doesn't mean you have to like or approve it, just that you recognize it as a fact. By accepting what is, you can focus your energy on coping and moving forward rather than resisting or denying. And I think that's so important to just kind of internalize. And I feel as though this can be applied to multiple situations when it comes to change or wanting to do something new. And it can also be very grounding for oneself in order to move forward, in every situation. But most situations, you can try to see what you have in control and go from there rather than focusing on what you can't. And I think that's where a lot of overthinking happens, and a lot of just anxiety and fear mongers is the places where uncertainty is, or the places where we don't have control. Say I am learning acceptance or wanting to move forward, I'm not saying it in a way to dismiss that we are human beings and we have feelings and emotions and cannot like how certain things go. It's just a way to be grounding myself and accepting things for what they are, rather than wallowing in what I cannot change in this world. So acceptance to me isn't settling, and acceptance to me isn't approving, isn't defeat or not change. Acceptance is acknowledgement and embracing the full range of your thoughts and emotions, rather than trying to avoid or alter them. Angela Davis said, "I am no longer accepting the things I cannot change. I am changing the things I cannot accept." Ooh, that hit. That is just everything I feel like I've been experiencing lately. Acceptance is freedom, because when you can accept things for what they are, and then look in a growth mindset on what you can change or move forward towards, and what direction you can go to, I think that's when true movement happens. True movement, true direction, true steps really take into account. So yeah, I think I just wanted to really make a video about acceptance, and really understanding that acceptance helps you understand the reality of what is, Hope you enjoyed this video. If you enjoyed this video, like and subscribe it. If not, that's okay. Have a good day.